don't know that they're bracketologists. I promise you, this happens just by happenstance that my Sports Illustrated arrived today with its March Madness cover, Test Your Hoops IQ, 2007 NCAA Tournament Preview. This is of interest because this is Major Jackson's reading, and his latest book is titled Hoops. It will be on sale here at what he tells me is a special discount. He can tell you that after the reading. Major Jackson's latest book, Hoops, uses its title in two ways. The book begins with poems of the street ball, and shoots hoops after running pell-mell down the court, down the page. He'll use rhyme when he needs to, but in these sections of his book, he wants loose organization, streetwise diction, and a walking or running gait. The book's third and longest section is a letter to Gwendolyn Brooks, literary hero, and in this case, muse. Jackson employs a 7-line stanza. He has built his Auden-esque form to corner like a sports car, but here the hoops are like those around a barrel that make a barrel of staves. What is Major Jackson up to? The old poet's game of hitting upon the right way to put the best words in proper order. Major Jackson.
Thank you. It's really a pleasure reading, mostly before friends and audience, but particularly reading at MIT. And the invitation comes from Bill Corbett, and I'm very grateful. And I will read for half an hour, 40 minutes, and I want to start off with a poem by Gwendolyn Brooks. Because Hoops features such a long poem, I've been reading from this book, realizing that this is a scary thing, but many of the students in the audience are not aware of who she is or her brilliance. So I've been trying to, in a way, just read some of her work so that they can get a surefire taste that for me feels like vodka going down the throat sometimes. To be in love. To be in love is to touch with a lighter hand. In yourself you stretch, you are well. You look at things through his eyes. A cardinal is red, a sky is blue. Suddenly you know he knows too. He is not there, but you know you are tasting together the winter or light spring weather. His hand to take your hand is overmuch, too much to bear. You cannot look in his eyes because your pulse must not say what must not be said. When he shuts a door, is not there, your arms are water, and you are free with a ghastly freedom. You are the beautiful half of a golden hurt. You remember and covet his mouth, to touch, to whisper on, and when to declare is certain death. Oh, when to apprise is to mesmerize, to see fall down the column of gold into the commonest ash. Yesterday, I went to Burke High School, and Burke High School is a school in Dorchester, and right now it's in a middle school because they're transitioning, apparently renovating. And it was really moving to be there because the kids are going to school amidst gang warfare, and it just reminded me of quite a bit of what I had to go through in Philadelphia. And to make a connection with these students was quite meaningful. Most of my audiences are not those young people. So I was very happy. I'm going to read poems from Leaving Saturn. I try not to read from Leaving Saturn of late, mainly because I was told you want to push your newest product, you know. But I'm going to read these poems, and I'm not going to preface them too much, but just think, you know, Philadelphia circa the 70s, 80s, and all of it is not gang-banging, but definitely take up some of those themes. You are almost invisible in all this plain decay. Children's laughter echoing in arcs of hydrant water spray knots the heart. Those black bathers like Cezanne's will soon petrified to silence. A chorus of power lines hums a melancholic hymn. Tenements aching Pyrrhics, doorways and row homes crumbling to gutted relics. This one exposing a nude staircase, that one a second floor ceiling, where swings a light bulb like your chipped soul suspended from a thread of nerves. You have never imagined a paradise, nor made a country of your ghetto, only suffered the casket, a vessel for the human shadow, only feared, longing for other stones to worship. Sun dreams the crowns of trees behind skyscrapers. Here, the heart is its own light. A pigeon's gurgle sings the earth. The eyes of the dead float around us. Muraled Polaroid, street corner billboards whose slogans read, aching humans, prosperous gardens. Block party. Woofers stacked to pillars made a disco of a city block. Turn these rhymes down a notch and you can hear the child in me reverb on that sidewalk where a microphone mushroomed with a Caliban's cipher. Those couplets could rock a party from here to Jamaica. This code was simple. Prospero's a sucker MC. Smoke rising off a grill threatens to cloud all memory. My only light, the mountainous cones of street lamps. Did not that summer crowd bounce in ceremonial fits? Yes, it was the DJ and his spinning techniques delicately needled a groove, something from James Brown Funky President, then working the crossfade like a light switch. He composed a stream of scratches, riffs, song broken down to dream of song flows from my pen. The measured freedom coming off this page was his pillared spell of drums. It kept the peace. A police car idled indifferently at the other end of the street. And what amount of love can express enough gratitude for those reformulations, life ruptured, then looped back, deaf and gaudy like those fat gold chains. Keep the sampling language, keep it booming like Caliban yelling anybody, somebody, scream. Euphoria. Late winter, sky darkening after school and groceries bought from Shop Mart. My mother leaves me parked on Diamond to guard her bins, her keys half turned so I can listen to the quiet storm while she smokes a few white pebbles at the house crumbling across the street. I clamber to the steering wheel, undo my school tie, just as Luther Vandross starts in on that one-word tune, Creep. The dashboard's panel of